Still a chance.
Stevenson straight down the middle. Ran off the target. Humphries makes a contest. Hard clash.
Someone's got to be sore out of that.
Cox to Butler to Brown. Back to the hot spot. Good fists. Although Marston gets there first, drives it long, and gets it there. Suddenly, it's a 40-point margin.
Very important goal. And there's the young man, Sinclair, back with the fly of the ball. Big contest from behind from the Port Adelaide forwards. Went back, left wide open. Monfries has put the right knee right into the ribs. He's going to be extremely sore. If that's not a cracked rib, there's probably some torn cartilage, which is almost as sore. But that's great courage, and it's been rewarded by a goal. And Maston, we'll just see here, it was a 1-on-4 situation. He got to the right spot and finished off on the left.
Callum Sinclair coming off. We'll keep an eye on that. They're already down a man. Matt Pritter subbed out early. Port Adelaide yet to use their sub. But in the meantime, out to their biggest lead of the game, the West Coast, 40 points.
Great attack again.
West off to Corns. Hill slips it out the back. Cox. Hams. Jonas. Oh, he spills it. Kennedy. Selwood dived, hoping for a high one. West off. And a relieving kick wide to Renoff, who's got some space. So needs the man again, as the boys have pointed out. Hearn.
Yeah, that's well read from Hearn. He picked that up as soon as Renoff took possession on the wing and dropped off his man to get to need.
Butler.
If you just hesitate slightly with a lot of field kicking in the AFL now, it's too long. Yeah. I mean, that was pretty much the perfect kick by Renoff. He couldn't have stabbed it anymore, but it was cut off in a fraction.
Dalziel to Cox.
And Roo, I mean, they read the ball so well. And we knew Glass was back there and Waters was back there. It's 19 intercept marks to 5 in favour of the West Coast Eagles. They're well drilled. This looks like the West Coast we've known over the last 2 years, and probably not so much over the last month.
Interesting to know about Sinclair, boys. You know, Pritis is already off, so they could be down to 2 rotations on the bench for a majority of the second half. That'll hurt them in the last 5 to 10 minutes of the game.
We've got the overlap going again here.
Selwood, Marston, McKenzie, Cox, and now Hams can get and go.
They're free inside 50.
The spear to Kennedy, could have got a free. Outside the boot, Cripps across the face. Kerr lurking, he's got Gaff, ignores him, opens it up. Brennan through his hands, still gets the shot away, kicks on the full.
He kicked on the full by 20. Jack Darling was free inside 50 for 6 or 7 seconds by himself at the top of the goal square. They just couldn't get the ball to him, and that's really good news there. Sinclair looks like he's fine. Might have been just the wind was knocked out of him.
Wise.
You saw the pain on his face coming off, though. He really wanted to start crying, didn't he, the big fella? But when you get winded, it's just about as bad as it gets.
Well, you just don't know where the next breath's coming from.
Or if it's coming. It feels like you're going to die.
It'll be Port Adelaide's ball, and they are at breaking strain right now. 40 points the margin. 17 minutes gone, third term.
What about when the trainer asks you, you're right, and you haven't got any air to say yeah or no? You can't even talk.
Westhoff can't
there it is again.
Glass again.
Just the drop-off. Superstar player, obviously, over a long period of time. Not only on the big gorillas at full-back, but he drops off so well.
Cripps a couple of bounces to Gaff. Backwards to go forward. McKenzie.
Wingard's only going to be able to play on Glass if there's space in the forward line, otherwise he's going to get eaten up.
They've got to be very conscious of where Wingard is, Port Adelaide, when transitioning from the back half. You've got to try to hit him up.
They can only do that if there's space.
Yeah.
Glass to Gaff. Not sure where he was going there, but it certainly wasn't to O'Shea. Ran off. Kick needs to be good. His last one just took a long while to travel in the air. Corns. Westhoff. He looks a bit spent, Westhoff. Tries to push off. Got him high. Free kick, Scott Selwood. Open forward line. No Port Adelaide players home here. Scott Selwood looks up. Who does he want? Can take his pick. Carlisle a couple to beat. And beats them both. Hill and Sinclair. Brilliance. Cassisi. Lobe.
They've got to be patient here, Port Adelaide. There's a plethora of West Coast Eagles 50 metres from this kick. They've got to be very patient. Use it short. They may have to look to go the other side of the ground.
Jonas.
Cox is lurking in centre wing. He's ducking down. He doesn't think anyone can see him. He's a big man.
I think it worked.
There he goes.
And plucks it. It did work.
Bit of sneaky stuff.
Marston. High inside 50. Hill, Sinclair both up, and Sinclair takes a solid grab after being crunched moments ago.
Well done to the young fella. He's come into this team, and we've said before, he looks like a likely ruckman come forward, but the courage to go back with the flight of the ball, he got opened up, went off, and he's come back in and sat under a big high one. Took a very good contested grab.
He's got some darting eyes there. He's thinking about a quick handball.
Well, he's 0-2.
And he gives it off to Lacroix. No Port Adelaide player was awake up to it. And Lacroix misses.
You should expect the big ruckman that's missed his first two. There's a fair chance to dish it off. He wasn't confident, as you said, Dwayne. Good call.
Guys, Robbie Gray has just come on, so the sub's been made with Campbell Heath coming off. He's got a bit of a sore knee at the moment. He's in the hands of the doctor. So Robbie Gray has just run on.
Second game for Robbie Gray after missing 12 months with a knee reconstruction.
They're out here. Jakey Need again, if they can go.
Stewart towards Need. Bounce unkind. Takes on Cripps and beats him with some speed and some arrogance. Thought about a second bounce. Kick not so good.
The kick prior to that is the one that put pressure on Need. I mean, he had to do something special to get the inside 50, but I think he was out of legs. And Campbell Heath looks like he's got the jacket on.
Was it Heath or Jackson Trengove?
Trengove, actually.
It's Jackson Trengove, and it's been rolled through against the grain. An amazing goal from the pocket.
Wingard.
That's Wingard 2 for the quarter. And again, Need just involved. Here's a stoppage. Tap goes down to the front, and Wingard just got away from his opponent at the stoppage.
Look, when there's a ball up deep near the point post, opposition ruckman will always hit it straight to the front. It's the defensive spot. It's the safe spot. Have a look there. That is exactly where you need to run if you want to get the ball now. West Coast Eagles, pretty poor defence there.
Guys, I got it wrong down here. It is Trengove with the vest on, which I didn't see coming at all, because Campbell Heath is still in the hands of the doctors. He's getting his ankle strapped again. So it's Trengove is the one that's been subbed off, boys.
Thanks, Moons. And Roo, as you pointed out, probably West Coast didn't set up defensively really well at that stoppage deep in their forward or defensive 50.
Yeah, no, Scotty Burns wouldn't be happy with that at all.
From the restart, 5.5 minutes from three-quarter time. Cassisi spins out of trouble. Ebert to Hartley. Schultz. Again, manhandled, can't get near it. Toe on, Jakey Need, 2 in a row. Here they come.
Well, the Cracker brothers are threatening to win the game for Port Adelaide here. They're quick, they're fast, they're skillful, exciting to watch, and they are terrific little footballers. Wingard picked up at number 4 draft pick, I think it was a couple of years ago, with their top pick. Jakey Need picked up from in the middle of the Northern Territory somewhere, but he's just been a ripper of a pick, ripper of a find. He's only little, and maybe a lot of clubs thought he wasn't going to be big enough, but he's very good.
Yeah, great goal. He's an exciting player, no doubt. Good attack on the ball from Travis Boak to keep the ball moving forward, which set up the goal for Need.
And the game's back on again. Just as the West Coast Eagles threaten to rip it from Port Adelaide's grasp. High bomb half forward and getting back and taking the mark. Ebert, not paid. He did spill it. Broadbent. Shuey. wobbler, tough one to mark. Good attack from all players. Car sprung. Still a chance for Kennedy. Took a long time. Darling outside of the boot. And Westhoff gets back. Monfries. Arm slap free.
Good control by Westhoff there. Was going to kick long and just pulled it back and found Angus Monfries. Gee, if Port Adelaide can get another goal here just before three-quarter time, I reckon they'll be happy with the quarter.
Again, they came from 6 goals down to win the showdown. We've seen a few teams come back from 40-point margins this year.
They're very fit, Dwayne. Darren Burgess has done a super job with them.
Well, they're taking the game on, and there's massive run here from Wingard, working hard.
Hartlett sees the option. It's Wingard wide.
Kick.
Brennan's out there with him. He'll want to try and corral him. Wingard will take him on. Yeah, there it is. And caught. That's a win for Brennan. That could have been ball. He had Pryor and threw it away.
He's got the free kick, Wingard.
Oh, not 50. No.
I think that might be the wrong decision, but it's a massive win for Port Adelaide. They've taken the game on here.
Well, he had Pryor here, where he did handball it away.
Yep, so he's just unlucky there. He really didn't get in his back at all there, and then of course the kick away is just such a frustrating little 50-metre penalty, isn't it?
Well, it's a massive punishment because they were having the inside 50 from 70 metres. Now it's a lay down misère from 20.
But if in doubt, you just don't kick, do you? If you're the player. I know it's tough, but look at the penalty.
Post.
There's the penalty.
The footy god.
Yep. It's, I think they're here, bro. It might end up being the close one. 42 to 70.
Another goal before three-quarter time. And, I mean, it's game on anyway. It's 28 points in front of a really passionate, rejuvenated Port Adelaide supporter base. But absolutely game on here.
Waters got his pants up again. 3 minutes from three-quarter time. Sinclair. Up with Lobie. Ball hits the deck. Robbie Gray, the sub. And Fresh. Westhoff centering kick, superb, Broadbent. Very kickable by his standards.
Well, we talk about ball efficiency and kicking efficiency, which they didn't have in the first half. We've seen Westhoff do it twice late in this quarter. We've seen Jakey Need and Wingard do it as well. Just lowering the eyes just before they decide to let the ball go. It's easy to bomb it long, but just drop the eyes, find the target inside 50, and yet another mark inside 50 in this third quarter.
Gives it a good run. Crowd, no.
Oh, that's the one.
It's game on.
It's been a huge quarter for Port Adelaide. They've been able to turn this right around. And they just, they have got a slight wind advantage. 5 goals to 1, 2 goals 3. Inside 50s are reasonably similar, but as you said, Roo, it's the ability to hit the targets over 35 metres rather than just blaze to the top of the goal square, where Darren Glass has been all day.
Yep, 3 marks inside 50 for the quarter. They had none in the first half as well, so a good change up by Port.
Use the ball much better going inside 50, and there's evidence of the dominance from West Coast 19-3 for most of the game, but just in the last 10 minutes they've been able to hit that target inside 50. They've got to push in the back here. They'll go inside 50 again.
Robbie Gray giving them a spark since coming on as the sub.
Again, go short to start with.
Huge 2 minutes coming up here to three-quarter time. Corns in game 250 trying to inspire them. Heads wide. Schultz, will he go up?
He's free over the back.
So free kick to Schultz for an arm knock.
Well, it's the whole game's turned around here for Port Adelaide, and we spoke in the first half again about reward for effort for West Coast. They dominated every facet of the game, but they didn't put Port Adelaide away when they had the chance. Now, through a little bit of individual brilliance from the likes of Need, Schultz gets a free kick, hand over the shoulder, the left arm from his opponent. And they got another shot on goal. This guy doesn't usually miss.
He is normally a dead eye.
Usually fixes them. No, never a chance there.
The last 7 minutes, boys, they've dominated the play. 3 goals, 4 inside 50s, double the possessions, 80% efficient with the kick. So coming home with a wet sail here, Port Adelaide, late in this third quarter.
And you've said all day, they are fit. Hearn, long. Sinclair, strong hands.
Great grab, wasn't it? He's been good, Sinclair.
To the wing. Kennedy a hand on it, couldn't crumb it. Almost does. Sidestep, Robbie Gray. It's been superb since coming on. Stevenson, Cassisi, Broadbent. Down all minute. Sits it up long. Stewart down there with Hearn. Strong grab. Used his body, held his opponent out, went back and got it.
It was a long kick. It wasn't to the advantage side. They'll be a bit disappointed they didn't capitalise on that forward 50 entry.
Last. Gaff. Clock ticks down toward three-quarter time.
They'd be happy just to shut it down here, West Coast. They would not want to turn it over with 40 seconds to go.
Led by 7 goals in this one at one stage, the West Coast. Port Adelaide on the march back and a massive final term coming up, you would think. The crowd have shown faith. Port Adelaide undefeated so far. Last time these two teams met, there was only 13,000 here for the game. There's more than double that here tonight. Crowds pushing 30,000, we're told. And they are in full voice right now.
Yeah, this is going to be a cracking last quarter, Dwayne. Absolute beauty. They're on fire in the second half. Port Adelaide, West Coast, though, back in form tonight. This will be a ripping game.
Gray hammers it. Dying seconds. Still time, perhaps. The flick-on doesn't work. And the West Coast Eagles can breathe a huge sigh of relief here as the siren sounds. They don't have the momentum, the West Coast, but they'd be content to know at least they have the lead. 21 points the margin at three-quarter time. 9:16:70 to 7:49. I wouldn't be going far. Three-quarter time, Amy Stadium, Port Adelaide has come from 41 points down to be just 21 points down at three-quarter time. Alistair Lynch in Port Adelaide's huddle at three-quarter time. He's had access, thanks to the Port Adelaide Football Club, all evening. And we'll be heading to him very, very shortly with Ken Hinkley. But quarter by quarter, it was the West Coast by 22 at quarter time, West Coast by 38 at half time. They opened that up to 41 halfway through that third term. And back to 21 points at three-quarter time. We're going to find out a lot about these two teams in the next 30 minutes. Port Adelaide really that good. The West Coast Eagles really that jittery in 2013. Let's head downstairs. Alistair Lynch.
Kenny, you'd be wrapped with the third quarter. Once you went one-on-one and were able to stop the loose man with Glass, especially, and Bo Waters across half-pack, it was a big asset for you.
Yeah, look, we tried to do that in the second quarter. We just couldn't get them. I mean, West Coast were really good. They shut us down really well, and we just couldn't get on top of them enough. And look, to the boys' credit, they showed a bit in that quarter, I thought, and they bounced back into the game at least.
Robbie Gray into the midfield. Looks like he can win the game for you.
Yeah, we're going to play a bit of games with Robbie a little bit, I suppose. We're going to look at where we can use him best, and he's certainly livened us up in the midfield, but he's the sort of player that can go forward and kick a goal too. So we might start him there and see what happens.
You had a quick chat to Kane Corns and pointed it out to the boys. Big night for him. It'd be great to win the game for him.
Yeah, great for coming. Kane just wants us to play well. He doesn't, he'd love to have a win, but more importantly wants us to play well, but he deserves to come off a winner if we could do that. And
one more, belief in the fitness. You've had a great pre-season. The team looks fit. Can you win it from here?
Yeah, look, we're going to throw caution to win and just see what happens. We're going to take it on anyhow. We're not going to sit back and hope we can win it. We're going to try and win it.
Good on you, mate. And Dwayne, just before we go, I reckon Port Adelaide have had a good couple of minutes here. The wind's actually turned around and will be favouring Port Adelaide.
Big call, Lynchy. Maybe the crowd are blowing that way. 30,000 of them here. It's been a long time since Port has had a crowd this big for a non-showdown. And they are in full voice to start this final term. Ken Hinkley never tasted defeat as a coach. Is he about to do it for the first time? Cocks a kick. Hartlett gets there, cuts it off. Rolls it to half forward. Butler gets there before need. Takes him on. Tries to find the line. And that'll egg the crowd on. Full voice, big applause. They can sense something big. Port Adelaide undefeated in 2013, where the West Coast Eagles burst their bubble. Cox. Hartless steals it back again to the goal square. Robbie Gray, back of the... It's rolled all the way home. The gods are on their side.
Well, that was a massive kick. It was Hamish Hartlett, I think, was the kicker, Dwayne, and he is one of the best kicks in the AFL here. Let's have a look. That's from about 70 metres out. Robbie Gray got Brennan under the ball, and as you said, the bounce of the ball was perfect for Port Adelaide. And I tell you what, she is game on. 15 points now. They look fresh, Port Adelaide. This could go either way at the moment. It's too early to say who's going to win, but they certainly look fresh.
Hamish Hartlett with the heart starter in this final term. It's a 15-point game. West Coast did lead by 41. Marston wide from his boot. Stevenson brings it down with Gaff. Selwood. A floater to Shuey. Stood his ground well. May need to take a breath here, the West Coast.
Port ruckmen are getting over Cox at the moment too, Dwayne, in the ruck and winning the clearances in this second half.
Kerr fights on. Gets the handball out. Gaff has some time to steady. This would be huge. Misses.
Didn't run straight at the goals again. It's not percentage football. I know he might have grown up running with that arc on the leg, but just puts that extra element of doubt in.
West Coast Eagles have kicked 9 goals, 17. If they'd have kicked 17-9, this game would be over. Monfries barrel out of the contest. Waters tries to part the seas. Wingard and Wines and Monfries. Renoff again Wines. O'Shea. Robbie Gray rolls straight past him. Need. He's got the speed. And Need takes them on. No.
Missed opportunities again.
From both sides, Lynchy, from both sides. Hams one end, Need at the other.
He generates so much excitement.
Sorry, Gaff at the other end, Need at the other.
Rui, you can see the rundown here. Port Adelaide are all over the place. Just the little contest here in front of me. You can see 3, 4 guys around the ball, winning it and then just taking off. I reckon they just might run over the top here, boys.
Moons, I saw it in the showdown a couple of weeks ago. The Crows pride themselves on their fitness, and Port ran over them in that last quarter. So West Coast Eagles are going to have a real crack here. Remember, they had Prentice off early in the game. They've got that. They haven't got the substitute like Port Adelaide have got with Gray.
Darwin's over the back.
Carlisle didn't want to overcommit. Keeps his feet. Gets it out to Lobe. Ebert. And now Ollie Wines again. What a superstar he has been again. Sidestep Robbie Gray. And he punts it. Need can't get there, or he might still get it. Little fumble, Waters. Need through his legs. Got a toe on it somehow. Schultz. Cassisi. Gray. Turned, there was no one there. Butler. Game has lifted a gear. Butler run down. Just in time to Cox. Everything intense right now. Carlisle with the fist. Sinclair wants to hold it in, really.
Oh, it's well done.
Kennedy
well done.
to Hill.
Hams.
Hams is off here, boys.
Oh, Hill's gone down.
It's cramped up a little. Puts it up high to the one-on-one. Goal square. Hams is waiting down. Couldn't get there. Broadbent outside of the boot. Being tracked by Dalziel and Cripps. Corns corrals him. Dalziel from the pocket. Kennedy dives. No free, no mark. Ebert. Port Adelaide getting some big breaks with luck here. Monfries to the outer side. Off hands. Hearn and Waters combine. Rolls it nicely, but Cripps spent that before it earned it. Brown mops up his little mess. Moves it back. Kick needs to be good. Hill jumps. So does LeCras. Kennedy stays down. Maybe got one a little high. Ebert steals.
We've got the overlap. We might have to go by hand to start with.
Ollie Wines. Oh, he turned him inside out. Schultz. Got it.
That was a really important grab because it would have been a turnover and go straight back to goals for West Coast. I'd say things have turned, including the wind, Wayne.
Alistair Lynch told you he was down there at three-quarter time. Port Adelaide might have the use of the breeze for three quarters. Good pluck that against the grain. Butler holds his ground. He's coming up for game 100 this year in his 10th season. It's been a long time coming. A great servant of this club, but he can't hit the mark here. Schultz didn't go down and pick up.
He's hurt himself too.
Selwood to Hearn. And a long kick to Dalziel. Hunted down by O'Shea. Got a jumper. Straight through the hands of Carlisle. Worked hard, O'Shea. Ran off. Carlisle. O'Shea. Carlisle. He is fit this year. He's a different man.
He's a different player.
Jonas. And now Boak, the captain. Try and get them cracking up. In the Schultz direction. Arms knocked, no free. Monfries.
Numbers everywhere.
Wingard's got Corns. Didn't want to give it to him. Corns had need. Goes for goal. In game 250. Oh, big time Kane.
What a great build-up. Travis Boak held the ball and waited for someone to present it. Took a long run from Jay Schultz to get into position. He didn't mark the ball, but it was a great build-up from Boak. Just have the patience. Carlisle off half-back. But Boak here waits, holds position, knows he's got to wait for someone to present. Finally, Schultz presents, and that's where the spillage, they got numbers of the contest and set up the goal.
Wingard's been a real good goal kicker this year. He's probably entitled to have a shot, but Kane gets it in his 250th.
Massive effort over the last quarter and a half.
38 disposals to 25 in this last quarter. Porter just got to get their efficiency up, and it's going to be game on, or it already is game on. Can West Coast lift to the occasion here? Their season is on the line as well.
Yeah, this would be devastating to lose from 41 points up.
Rui Kane Corns, he went to Shuey after half-time. Shuey had 22 possessions in the first half. He's only had 27, so he's kept him to 5 possessions this half already. He's absolutely dominating it.
There they go again.
Third man up.
Hartlett, Corns, Schultz, little fumble. Kerr couldn't trap it. Port get it inside 50. Great commitment from all players.
Still on here.
O'Shea twists out of trouble.
He can kick this.
Hartlett from a stand start. Don't tell me, not from there. Misses.
Just missed it. Because I'm part deaf, I couldn't hear what was going on at three-quarter time, but Kenny Hinkley went to Hamish Hartlett, had a long chat with him. Really in-depth chat with him, passionate, like he was pleading him to lift for the last quarter.
He's got a leg like Nathan Buckley. He can kick from 55, 60 metres out. He's the midfielder that could win the game for them.
The way he's going, he'll have a career like him. Ball knocked down towards Brennan. To Gaff from half-back. They need Hill. One-on-one with Hartlett. Good battle between those two. Carlisle found the boundary and found some space, and then found O'Shea.
They're on here in the middle.
Well, they're lining up.
8 points to margin. They did lead by 41. Corns to the middle. Travis Boak.
He's a good player.
Sees Robbie Gray. Puts it in front. The fresh sub. Takes on glass. Pokes the pass. Big Renoff looks up. Schultz. Wanted to get a handball out. The cavalry arrives to the West Coast. Hearn to Lacroix. All the way back to the back pocket. Kicks it to where he'd like to be. Kennedy couldn't mark it. Ball hits the deck. Stevenson. Game lifts another gear. Spears it inside 50. Schultz comes hard. Flicks it out. Boat. It'd be appropriate. The captain. That is goal class. Leadership agrees with Travis Boat. He's better than ever.
Doesn't it what? I haven't seen a lot of Travis Boat play over the last couple of years, but he's got the captaincy title and he's gone to another level, Roo.
Well, I'll put my hand up. He couldn't kick. I said he couldn't kick last year. He was getting the ball, but he was been playing injured. But he's one of a number of players who have gone to the next level of fitness. And with that fitness, he's running forward and he's kicking goals. He's kicking match-winning goals. He did it in the showdown. He's doing it tonight. He's now really capitalising on his ability and playing champagne football.
Yeah, they're on fire here. Travis Boat under pressure. He's been really good in the first part of this last term. Great goal here. Hamish Hartlett has got 3 clearances in this quarter.
Ton of time left in this. What have the West Coast Eagles got left? Their season could be on the line. They go down here. Their whole 2013 is in jeopardy. They need to find something. One of their superstars needs to stand up.
We've got numbers. There are a lot of numbers around the ball, Port Adelaide.
Wines and Wingard, we're going to call that a lot in the next 10 years. Spears it to Montfries. Port Adelaide has not led in this game. West Coast has led from the outset towards need. Robbie Gray can't mark it. He hits the deck. Travis Boak, the captain, through traffic for the first time tonight. Port Adelaide in front.
All they have to do, Port Adelaide, now is continue to use the ball properly. They're running way over the top of the West Coast Eagles here. There's numbers around the ball. There's so many options, Lynchy. They just need to continue to pick the right target. They need to stay composed, and they need to finish off their good work. Travis Boak again. Great finish there. Gray nearly took the grab. Port Adelaide just all over them. 8 inside 50s to 4. 4 goals to zip. They're dominating. 58 disposals to 32.
The house that Koshy built.
Oh, absolutely. Travis Boak is doing a really good leadership role on the field. Koshy very good off the field. Kenny Hinkley said, get the ball in quick and get in there. They're certainly doing that.
Port Adelaide has kicked the last 7 goals of this game. This is do or die now for the West Coast.
And it's these sort of games are going to make Port Adelaide a chance to make the 8, aren't they? If they can knock off sides like West Coast Eagles.
Well, the question mark has been, who have they defeated? Obviously, Adelaide are top side from last year. This is a massive test. Give West Coast Eagles a start.
Wingard to Corns. Turnover, Lacroix, and he loses it. Port Adelaide full of run. Lobey. Been 6 years in the making, Lobey. On their list, 6 years. They've been patient. He's starting to deliver. Gray can't bring the mark down. Ducks out of a tackle. Caught. Boak. The cavalry arrives again for the West Coast. Stolen by Hartlett.
Oh, stop it.
No way. Well, whatever Kenny Hinkley said to Hamish Hartlett, it's worked. He's got his hand on the ball. That's his 5th disposal, 3 clearances. He's kicked 1 goal, 2 for the quarter.
He's in dangerous positions, isn't he?
Absolutely. They're trapping the ball in the forward half at the moment. They're not letting West Coast out of their defensive half.
Oh, what a test for the West Coast Eagles this is. A great football side, a great football club, but they are under pressure at the moment, and they need to find something.
It is deafening out there. Cox, good pass.
He's a star, Cox.
He's a star.
Could he be the one?
Brett Renouf had the punch, though.
Lacroix bangs it forward in hope. Darling's trying to get there. Doesn't get there in time. Cassisi puts his body on the line, but that's nothing different. Kick not so good, though. Lacroix cuts it off. Darling's calling short. Hill is the long. Hill's inside 50. Wants to peel back to goal and run. Gathers. Takes him on. Can't kick the miracle. And drag through for a behind.
And the big names are going to have to stand up here, aren't they? People are going to start to get tired. We talk about Cox. We could talk about Dominic Cassisi, who's come into the side the last couple of weeks. Did the job on Ablett last week. Done the job on Kerr again tonight. Can he play a role in winning the game for the club?
Absolutely. Isn't it great to see Robbie Gray jump for the ball like he's had today? I mean, since he's come on as sub. And Hartlett, he's on fire. Here they go again.
I'm not sure we know how good Hartlett is just yet. Stewart goes long. Schultz up. Attacked it hard. 2 players go to ground attacking it. Schultz and Renouf. Flicks it out to Wingard.
He's dangerous, this kid.
To the pocket to Gray. Is it in? Out on the full.
Borderline. Game 2.
Geez, you would not want to be that umpire running around that boundary line right now, boys.
Have a look at those units down there. Giving it to him.
Hey, careful.
I think there's a Port Adelaide man calling the shots here.
Just your lovely Port Adelaide patrons.
He took me down to Port Adelaide for lunch today, Dwayne O did.
And you come back.
I got back.
Hartlett, no wheels on the car though. Westhoff, off hands. Almost brings it down. Ball up.
Well, they've nearly doubled the possessions in this last quarter. Port Adelaide 74-39.
No on goal side of this stoppage here. Dangerous.
Oh, the Hoff. Westhoff. Can't nail it on the full.
That was just really dangerous from West Coast Eagles' point of view. There was 30 metres back to goal, all space. No, didn't really have the defensive sweeper. Inside 50s, 11-5. The game's just played in the forward half of Port Adelaide in this term.
9-5 to 2-5 since half-time.
No one can mark it. Lobe stayed down to Jonas. We'll get a ball in. West Coast Eagles finished 5th last year. Port Adelaide finished 14th. There's a lot of people who haven't really believed Port Adelaide has changed that much. A honeymoon period. They've had some easy opposition. I believe if they get up from 41 down in this one. And even they'll believe in themselves.
Here's a go.
Go the whole way here.
Cripps.
Run it in.
Hill. He needs to kick this. There's no one ahead of him. Needs to be clever. Outside of the boot. Dalziel.
no.
It eludes him. He gathers. He goes. And that could be massive.
Really important goal for West Coast, Root, but I would have liked to see maybe a handball from Hill to get it in front of Dalziel. But good run here. Space was opened up behind, and it was a foot race, and he's going to struggle to beat Hill in a foot race, and he ran back. Good work from Jack Darwin as well to not only put a bit of a block on, but give direction.
Good goal. Good goal for West Coast, but Tommy Jonas would love to have that opportunity to take that ball cleanly again on the wing. It's a ruthless game, this one, AFL footy. One fumble, and it nearly cost you a goal.
2-point margin to the West Coast. Silence has been put on the crowd, and the West Coast Eagles now believe again. Kerr gets a free. They're getting some breaks again.
He's one of their experienced players. Got his head over the ball.
Little chip to hands. Called to go. Long inside 50. Hill stays down. Didn't want to go the big fly. Little reach. High kick from Butler to the goal square. Straight through Sinclair's hands. Corns tried to rush it through. Lobe. O'Shea. Dangerous. Stevenson put his body on the line. Butler came hard. Umpires put the whistle away. Wingard. Cox wrapped him up.
Good footy.
Flicks out the hand. What a leave it. And Need. Oh! Open space. Little man. Oh, boy, was
There
that
he
good.
goes.
Can he finish it? A couple of bounces. The crowd's on their feet. Can he find Robbie Gray? Puts it inside 50. Gray, a sidestep. Hands it over. Angus Monfries. Listen to the roar.
What a game.
What a game. Goal to West Coast to hit the front at one end, and then the answer at the other end. There's some really big contests in the defensive 50 for Port Adelaide. They went short to one-on-ones, had to be one. And this man, in the second half, he just finds a way to light the crowd up.
Freak.
Absolute. Got that X factor, got the speed, makes decisions, the right decisions. That's a really good kick. Was just short. Robbie Gray, great to see him playing so well in his second game back after the ACL.
Well, Jakey Need, as Lynchy said, has been magnificent in the second half. You can see 13 disposals, 7 score involvements. He's just been outstanding in the second half.
Shuey takes him on it, drives it. He might go the way, and it sits on its end. Unkind bounce for the West Coast.
Too much reception on the green with the 4-iron in.
Broad bent wide. Schultz in a one-on-one. Hammered down. Wingard
Centre of the ground.
has
Was
not
missed.
stopped running. Lobe. Hearn with him.
Couldn't see it.
The big man just sat up in that bank of lights. Couldn't see it. Ollie Wines was in the middle of the ground and just didn't get spotted. Similar to that ball.
We'll go down to Cameron Mooney shortly. It is deafening out there. 30,000 here on the edge of their seats. Gray In fact, it was Wines to Wingard again. High to half forward, Westhoff. Gaff. And now Kennedy at the back. Jonas with him. Doesn't want to make another mistake. Gives it to Darling. Shrugs the tackle.
Oh, well done, Darling, to hold his feet.
Now Kasisi. Did he have prior opportunity? Stolen by O'Shea.
It was stolen. How did he do that?
Keeps it inside the field of play. Westhoff half held. Great attack again, Wines. To Schultz. To Corns. Little need. Couldn't get there. Big Lobie couldn't get there. Hearn does.
Oh, well done, Angus Monfries.
A roller towards the midfield. Lacroix, fantastic attack.
Well done.
Monfries just as good. Boak pokes it inside 50 to Westhoff. There's a whistle behind play.
Free kick for Port Adelaide. Angus Monfries will take the kick. He's just going to find a target here, Dwayne. He's going to get the ball, get back quickly and show some composure here.
Westhoff wants it deep.
Oh.
Hasn't been his night, Westhoff. Ball to the back. Oh, that might roll all the way home. Has anyone touched it?
No.
Has anyone touched it?
How did you see it? I believe it's a goal, but can you check the vision? I believe it's a goal.
You're surely going to check, don't you?
Sure it's touched? Hey, we've got the touch. Yeah, just please review the play. We believe the ball is touched.
Okay.
Even if it wasn't touched, it's confirmed.
Now, the goal umpire said it wasn't touched.
Yeah, the boundary umpire thought it was, though.
So you're going to take the boundary umpire's interpretation rather than the goal umpire's?
No, I'm not saying I'll take either, but that's what they're saying.
Well, that's inconclusive, that angle.
That's touched.
Yeah, it's touched by thumb. Justin Westhoff's thumb.
Found it intriguing, though. The goal umpire was overruled by the boundary umpire, though. Last one, Kelly.
Well, Dwayne, you spoke about the
We're just going to wait for a sentence to be
spoke about the crowd down here before. It is completely erupting and they are absolutely filthy on that decision. I was actually hoping to go through because they would have lifted, if there was a roof, they would have lifted it off. A right decision, that's a behind.
That's what it's there for.
Yep, absolutely. Right decision. But a few things go their way, Port Adelaide. Not on that occasion.
Hang on.
West Coast Eagles, one kick from the lead. 5-point game. Darling, surely a free. And their season could come down to this. 6 minutes to West Coast. If they can't get off the canvas here, they'll be 1-4. Renoff with the fist. Travis Spoke. Schultz can't get there. Great commitment, Cripps. And maybe that breather could be exactly what the West Coast needed. Chance to regroup, get their breath, reset. They finished 5th last year. They've been a contender the last 2 seasons. They've got superstars out there, the West Coast. Can the superstars lift? Kennedy, one of them, couldn't get it on the boot. He was dominant in the first half. Broadbent to Wines. Superstar on the rise. Goes for Westhoff, misses him. McKenzie.
Gee, Hartler was on too, boys, on the boundary.
Waters to Marston. To Shuey.
Kennedy's in space. Oh, missed him.
And cutting it off O'Shea.
He's been good, O'Shea, hasn't
He
he?
has. His one-on-one contest has been really good and his drop-off marks.
And he hits Hartler. He's played more games this year, O'Shea, already than in any other season. Ken Hinckley's shown faith in him and he's delivered.
21 touches for O'Shea.
Hartler, 8 this quarter.
Stevenson, a late inclusion.
9 for Ollie Wines too, the Nat Rising Star winner from round 1.
Dangerous.
That's high.
Got one to the ear. A lot of time left to be milking seconds off the clock.
They can't milk yet. They cannot afford to do it yet. They're still going to keep attacking Port Adelaide. Probably kick long down the line here.
This could be season defining for both clubs. Long. Renoff from 4 deep. Oh, Lobie, front spot.
Lobie. Go quick to a 2-on-2.
Yeah, good call, good call.
Got to go. Pull the trigger.
Schultz.
Called to play on by the umpire.
Renouf.
Sits it up. Renouf hands on it. Schultz, crumbs, kicks across the face, hoping for an option. Butler didn't want to take it through. A 5-point game, better than a 6-point game for the West Coast. This ball needs to be won. This could be the game in this ball. Westhoff knocks it down. Superb. Cassisi inside 50. Sinclair can't complete the deal. Robbie Gray holds it in.
Oh, what a game.
They're not going to pay that one this late in the game. Outstanding game. Both teams. You got to say, I mean, West Coast should have shown it a game up in the first half.
But they didn't, did they?
They didn't, and they kept responding here. Fantastic last quarter.
Just hammered out of the area. Hard attack O'Shea. He could go for it from outside 50. Across the face and behind. It's a 6-point game.
He's kicked the worst mung of the night.
We could get a draw yet.
This is a cracker. Last night's was a cracker. How many great games have we had this year?
It's been a great season. No doubt about that. No options. Hearn's frustrated here.
If not a contender in 2013, Port Adelaide at least watchable.
Oh, great kick. Shannon Hearn. And Kennedy is on, boys.
Over the top. One last twist and turn perhaps left. Kennedy the spear pass.
Now he's missed these in the second term. He missed 2 right of screen.
Could we have a draw, Lynchy?
We could. We could.
If you were going to put it in someone's hands, he'd be in the top couple of West Coast, I would have thought.
You can hear the boos. Lecrae takes a breath. A win or a loss could be in his hands.
Oh, it's a floater.
Oh, no.
It's a flat footy. It's amazing West Coast, who do use the ball well. They've got so many good shots at goal, but they've just sprayed them all over the place.
A lot of time left though, and they're 1 kick from the lead now. 5-point game. And they have been scoring from turnovers.
106 disposals to 66 in this last quarter, boys.
It's a smasher.
Renoff up. Good puck.
That's a great grab. In a pressure situation. They've got spare players forward of the ball, Port Adelaide.
Well, they probably need to...
He's missed his chance. They had spares forward.
Got him
They've still
here.
got him.
Robbie Gray.
Tell you guys, you love when your sub comes on and has an impact. This guy has absolutely killed him since he's come on. He's been fantastic.
He got a big pump from the coach at 3/4 time.
Heads wide. Lobe.
He's been good late, hasn't he?
Now he's got to pull the trigger this time. Got to go quick to the 2-on-2. Again, he's waiting. Now it's allowed, I think, Cox, or is it Sinclair, to get back.
Right here.
Stewart. Well, are Port Adelaide happy with the behind here?
Well,
He goes back to Gray.
West Coast Eagles have to man up. They need a turnover and a goal within 1 minute 20. I don't know if they can do it, boys.
Yeah, they're going to go back here.
All the way back to Broadbent.
Traditionally, bottom sides no good at this, but this will give you a fair indication whether they've improved.
They've got to push up, Port Adelaide. They've got to give him a target.
A turnover and a West Coast goal and they win. Lobe again. Can't mark. Ball to the back. Selwood takes it to the line.
They've got to flood back Port Adelaide. They need to flood players behind the ball, behind the play. We saw Richmond not do it last night under pressure. Port probably haven't practiced it because they probably didn't think they were going to be in the position.
This is top shelf.
Oh, free kick.
Oh, there it is.
Port ball. Will he go for it? Will he kick it backwards or go forward?
I'm tipping he's going to have cramp, Dwayne.
It's a ruckman.
He's
No
allowed to
disrespect.
take his 30 seconds.
He's got to get it long. Long towards the boundary.
He's got to go to Broadbent.
Long.
He might go for goal.
Oh, he's kicked out the full.
That was the worst of all possible options.
That's a handover.
Push back. They've got to flood.
West Coast Eagles have 31 seconds to kick a goal.
Broadbent spare behind the ball. So that means West Coast have got a free on the ball somewhere.
Hearn to Kennedy.
They've got to
Coast to
find him.
coast.
There he is. There's the spare.
This game is something out of the box. The crowd are in
Westhoff.
full voice. Westhoff, this is the game.
There it is.
There it is.
What an outstanding win.
This is unbelievable.
They came from 41 points down, Port Adelaide. If you didn't believe before,
man's
you've got to believe now.
Kane's got the ball at his 250th.
Got the ball in his hand.
If they have 30 here tonight, Dwayne, they might have 50 at their next home game. Well done, Port Adelaide.
How good's that? They were absolutely belted off the park in the first half.
That's the Port Adelaide of old that we haven't seen for 5 years, Dwayne. Guts, determination, never give up. This is Port Adelaide. This is what people love or hate about Port Adelaide. They're competitive, and they just ran all over them tonight.
They find a way, don't they?
Whatever they paid for Darren Burgess, Dwayne, they could double it in his next contract because he has had an enormous impact on this footy club. So's Ken Hinkley, so's Koshy, so's a number of people. But Darren Burgess has this side super fit.
Ken Hinkley, undefeated as a coach. And he is up with the best of them at the top of the ladder right now. Let's head downstairs. Cameron Mooney, let's soak it in.
Cornsey, mate, you've been involved in some great wins, some great football teams. That's got to be one of the greats on your 90 or 250th, mate.
Unbelievable, Moons. Like, the character of this group, like, I just can't speak highly enough. We won 5 games last year, and the work we did over the pre-season is just unbelievable, and I can't thank the boys enough.
Well, we'll speak about the work you did over pre-season. We spoke about your fitness levels. You've gone to you're just amazing at the moment how fast you're running these games out. How much confidence did you have at three-quarter time knowing that you could run over the top?
Yeah, no, we were pretty confident at three-quarter time. The same thing happened in the Adelaide game. Just feel like we're running on top of the ground and we're using the ball really well. Obviously, first half was really disappointing, but look, I haven't been involved in a team like this since early 2000s. It's unbelievable.
Mate, talk about the impact Kenny Hinkley's had on you, mate.
I've only known him for 6 months, but he's up there. Probably one of the smartest football people I've ever met. So honest, pretty brutal at times, but just exactly what this group needed.
Mate, he's waiting for you right now, mate. Congratulations, bud.
A legendary player driving them home to a legendary win. Kane Corns, a big embrace. Ken Hinkley, undefeated so far in his first season as coach. And as Mark Rasciuto told you, this was old-fashioned trademark Port Adelaide. We haven't seen it for a long time. And we're seeing it right now to start 2013. A lot of people thought the bubble would burst tonight, and when they were 41 points down, it looked like the honeymoon start to 2013 was over. But just maybe, this team is the real deal.
Yeah, absolutely. First time in Port Adelaide's AFL history. They're 5-0 at the start of the season. We didn't think we found it hard to imagine they were going to get more than 5 wins for the season. Yeah, the way they've gone about it. I mean, you look at the names in the midfield compared to almost the same names late last year. They're different players altogether. They've got belief, as you said. They've got confidence. They're physically and mentally extremely well prepared. Great win.
Kane Corns having a chat to one of his children. Let's see if we can listen in. Okay. Presentation of the Peter Badcoe medal.
The winner of the Badcoe medal, whose conduct and play during tonight's game best exemplified that Anzac spirit as we saw through Peter Badcoe, displaying skill, courage in adversity, self-sacrifice, teamwork and fair play, is Hamish Hartlett from the Port Adelaide Football Club.
Firstly, thanks to West Coast. We knew you were going to be a really tough opponent. You've been a great side for the last 3 or 4 years, so we've got no doubt you'll bounce back and you'll be as strong as ever soon enough. So thanks for the game. Thanks to the crowd for coming out. Absolutely unbelievable again. You know, when the chips are down, we rely on you guys to get us back up, and you did that again tonight, so thanks very much. To our boys, another magnificent effort. We backed ourselves again in the second half. We took the game on a bit, and absolutely fantastic. And lastly, Kane Corns, mate, we found a bit for you, mate, so congratulations and well done.
What a great tribute to Kane Corns. What a great family man he has been as well. His story's been told a lot, but his wife Lucy, their son Eddie Jack, born with a heart problem, had multiple operations, and he spent a lot of time with his mind on his family more than his football. And what a contributor he has been. What a warrior. Let's head back downstairs to Cam Mooney.
Oh, Kenny, his coaching cape was pretty good, mate.
Yeah, it's pretty special when you get to enjoy that sort of win, Moons, as you know, them close ones. You come from nowhere, and look, I think I was just so proud of the way they just kept coming. Did we expect to win in the end? Probably hoped that we could, but probably at the end of the day they just kept running, and they want to win. And to their credit, they wanted to win for Kane, and I know that. That's why they were all week. So great effort by the boys.
Well, 38 points at half-time, I think it was. I know it's hard to explain the whole message, but what were the key focus areas, I guess, at half-time for them to come out and play the way they did?
I think it was about effort as much as anything else. We wrote a lot of things on the board about, and in the end I rubbed them off. I said, boys, I might as well not talk about them because I don't reckon they count unless we put our heads over the ball a little bit more, prepared to play a bit of a contest, and then we got ourselves in the game.
You've been involved with some special groups. You spoke about it before. How special can this group be? Because you are still a young group.
Yeah, we're the third youngest in the comp. We're not talking about limits or anything. We just talk about effort and the way the boys go about it. If they just keep whacking in and having a go, they'll give themselves a chance to be in every game, and then we'll see what happens.
Congratulations on a 5-0 start, mate. Top of the ladder. You're a genius.
Yeah, thanks, mate.